printer for 1253. So we'll change the 5910 receiver and work on the 1253, and hopefully we'll be okay for this winter. Back to you. Also, let me know if you get me a color, because BATC, I'm getting black and white here now.
Yeah, on 5.9, you're in color. I can bring up 1253. You are black and white on BATC. Oh, I am too. My color's flipping in and out. Well, it's not you. Well, we're all having the same problem. Oh, 1253 sure is bright. 5.9 looks great. So, no, changing that camera certainly improved your image and everything. So you're looking very good right now. AJ6DQR, WB6HMW.
WB6HMW, KJ6DQR. Well, thanks for the report. Yeah, it made improvements here too. So, like I say, we get up to snow, and we're going to go in about a week and a half. We'll fix that. Then maybe we'll be good to go for this winter, because who knows, another month or two, we might get snowed out of there again. So I'd like to finish those improvements. The digital receive here is working out really well. I just got to get used to the delay, but I'm receiving it direct from snow without the help at the repeater at the shop. I got that turned off on the receive part. I'm still sending you guys 2.4 FM from the shop, though. But I have high hopes. The digital, one of the days we get it worked out, and I'll catch you on the net later. Yes. Oh, I was going to tell you, I've been working on a Model A here, and Joe for years on a club down here. He's at the age where he just can't work on it anymore. And a few years ago, he tore it apart, got it all painted, and he just couldn't get it back together. So I've been pounding on that for several weekends, and I'm getting close now. I just got to rewire it, new wiring harness. He wants certain signals in it, which I'm not all enthused about. And it sat so long, it's carburetor ignition problems. But all the poultry all back in, so and so forth. So that's been a fun project. It sort of motivated me to get back into them cars and tinker with them again. I'll have to take some video to show you what I'm working on. The guy did the paint for him, did a really nice job. It's all pitch black, but it's one of the best paint jobs I've seen in a long time anyway. So that's what's happening here, KJ6DQR.
Lisa jump back and forth on. Hi, Julie. Sorry in the background there. And, oh, well, when's Nathan going to be getting on? Is he receiving? How's he coming along? Oh, I'll turn it back to you. This is WB6HMW.
Well, he's receiving directly too. He's getting a P5 picture digital, and but he still doesn't have. He's got to put a dual Yagi up, and so on and so forth, and he just hasn't. I've been bugging him, but it hasn't happened yet. But he can receive. He sees everything I see, so that digital part of that helps.
And little puppy's being picked up tonight.
Yeah, we got an extra dog here that we've been taking care of my son's dog who's been on vacation, so it'd be nice to get rid of one. Those two little dudes are like little devils running around the house. So, and the second hobby thing, I know another guy that does the same thing.
Model A is second hobby? It was the first.
No, he does Model A's too.
Oh, yeah, but
he's got a couple cars.
But for you, the Model A was the first hobby.
Well, yeah, but it took back seat to this ham radio thing. But it's sort of weird watching us in delay here. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it's the station on TV where the words don't match the lip movements.
Yeah, watching a Japanese movie or something. Anyway, that's about it here. I'll get some picture video. That'll be fun to play it on the network here. KJ6DQ.
I retired, I got back into amateur television, well, ham radio as a whole. While I was working, I really didn't do much ham radio work. So my ham radio is the second hobby, and my old cars are my first. Because I've had my cars, first car I had was my first car, the Model A. Still got that car. And then the second car I got in '82. And I didn't get back into ham radio until about 4 years ago. So, well, we all got our two hobbies, you know. When you get tired of one, you can always go work on the other one. So I'm glad to see you got a good picture. So we'll see you later tonight on the net. KJ6DQR WB6HMW.
Do you have a signal on 1200?
Shout back and appreciate all your appreciate all your good work up there. It definitely made improvements. And yeah, it's cooling off here, so things are getting nicer. It's only 85 this afternoon, so that's quite an improvement. Catch you guys later. I think I saw Dave in there. Dave, come on.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were seeing the 1200 FM. I mean the 1200 E signal. I don't get a picture on 1200 at all. Maybe my down converter died.
I see 1200. It looks a little hot, but I'm seeing 1200 every time.
The 5910 is primary, so unless the 5910 shuts down, I can't tell what's happening on 1253. Back to you guys.
Okay, well, it must be something wrong over here. Maybe I've broken wire on my power onto the down converter or something. I got to check out. K6 DPS.
WB6HMW. AC6JPG, WB6HMW. Run that again. I had to turn the volume down. You were distorted. My error. Doing real good. everything seems to be still working, so we did a good job.
There it is.
Over the weekend, so can't complain.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess it's, I don't know if I'd want to have a dog, stuffed or not. I think it's just good to start with a new one.
Seven or 8 years old when I got her, and she lasted 2 or 3 years with me. Now when she passed away, I got a puppy. I didn't want one to die off that quick. I'd had 1, 2, 3 dogs I had to put down since I've lived up here, and I figure a puppy would maybe last as long as I did.
Yeah, getting back to small dogs, we have a friend that liked the little Chihuahuas, and then I guess there's a mini Chihuahua too. At any rate, they went through those pretty fast. The guy really liked him, but his wife kind of didn't see too well, and she step on him and kill him. So, what can I say?
Yeah, they're pretty small, but they're kind of hard to step on. They're pretty quick. Yeah, my mother used to have a toy Manchester. Looked like a real tall, small, miniature Doberman Pinscher. They were called toy Manchesters. And she had a toy poodle. But, yeah, it seems like I've almost always had a dog. When I was real little, we had a smooth fox terrier called Poochie. And we moved to Texas, and we had to muzzle the little devil because he would wait till the mailman came and he'd sneak up behind him, bite him in the Achilles heel. So in order to get mail, we had to muzzle the little devil.
Yeah, I used to have a paper route, and I don't know how many times I've been bit by dogs. It's the same dogs maybe several times. You just see them coming and pump the bike as fast as you can, put your feet up on the handlebars, and just kind of try and coast by. But I know I've had a couple of bad bites where they took me to the doctor, and the doctor was explaining to my mother that, you could get rabies and you could die. And when I heard the word die, all of a sudden I started to turn white and started to just pass out, and the doctor looked at me and after that I guess I was just not too friendly with dogs for a while.
Yeah. Myself, it's the only company I have all day, and they're worth all the trouble. He's pretty high maintenance. Every time I go to Petco, I spend about $50 with getting goodies, and his dog food is about $35 for a, I don't know, 25-pound package. So he's pretty high maintenance, but he's worth it.
Well, you ought to treat yourself. Time you go to Petco, buy yourself something.
Oh, I do that when I go to the regular supermarket. I treat myself. I got money in the bank that I never spent yet.
Anyway, yeah, we my son bought the dog some of these rawhide rolled up things that look like kind of like a bone, and they were she chewed two of them about well, within a week. I guess both of them were gone, and there's a third one that didn't have a very good flavor, so she just sniffs at it still, but she doesn't want to throw it away. You know, she grabs it and takes it with her.
Yeah, one of those every night. And he eats them all up, all the way. So I always keep those. I keep pepperoni, and I keep dog biscuits, and I buy those, what are they called? It's the chew bones that clean their teeth. Dentist sticks. I buy those. So the counter in there has all of his goodies stacked on the counter. He's spoiled, but that's all right.
Shoot the picture! Hey, how you doing, guys? W6MAF. Getting ready for the net. Oh, the man with the ray gun. Well, okay, I got to sign off. So, hey, Dave, we'll catch you later. And Mark, good seeing you. Keep that gun oiled. Talk to you guys later in the 6IWI. Simi Valley, clear.
Yeah, K6DPS got a phone call.
Radio, waiting for Roland. Or actually, it's going to be Roger tonight. That's right, W6MF. Well, it started off really good there, Ron. How you doing there, W6MAF? And then looked like it got interfered with or something.
Oh, well, hang on. Well, looks like we're going to make it. K6 out is here.
Hey, how you doing there, Mike? Good to see you.
Anyhow, you're looking good. Saw Dave in there a minute ago and Spence, so. And it's about time for the net. I'm going to get out of here and wait for the net. K6LDK.
Well, it's about time to say, Roger, go get him.
Well, he's got a minute and a half yet.
Yeah, he's going to run the net tonight. Roland's at dinner with his mother, family dinner.
Yeah, I remember him saying that when we were talking to him this weekend. So. And I got the on-call again starting Wednesday, tomorrow night. We got all these guys going to fire, so I'm taking their on-call. So off a week or two, on for a week, you know. So this will be like the third time in less than in a month and a half here.
Well, it's kind of pain in the butt sometimes, but it's extra money.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll be starting in about 30 seconds here.
He was on a little while ago. He's on digital.
Well, I'm on digital. So, wait, see when Roger gets here.
Well, that white background is really strong on digital.
The Southern California W6ATN Amateur Television Network weekly Tuesday night net is now in session. My name is Roger. My call sign is WB6HNW. I'm located in the city of La Habra and be your net coordinator for the evening. Let's see. Do we have any bulletins or announcements? I did not hear any. There is one announcement. Friday, September 23rd is going to be the QSO part. Let's see. Let me find my. So we'll go to Oak Mountain. Any check-ins for Oak?
Okay, I'll jump in. W6KG, good evening, everybody.
W6EJL. Yeah, you're looking good over here. K620K. KG coming in here like gangbusters.
Okay, I got WA6EJO, W6KJE, and K6LDK. Are there any other Oak Mountain check-ins?
Spencer was in earlier.
Okay, I got Spencer in. Let's go to Mount Wilson. Any check-ins for Mount Wilson?
KD6 and IZ in Arcadia.
There I am. And 6AZV Long Beach.
Who was in Arcadia? I got NIZ in Long Beach.
Well, KD6 NIZ is in Arcadia.
Okay, I got N6AZV in Long Beach and NIZ in Arcadia. Are any others from Mount Wilson? Okay, any check-ins from Job's Peak?
W6MAF, shoot the picture. Well, how you doing this evening? Just checking into the net, and nothing much going on. Just been working. Anyway, back to you, Roger. W6MAF, Oak Hills.
Okay, Mark, got you checked in, W6MAF. Any others for Job's Peak? Okay, let's go to Snow Peak. Check-ins for Snow Peak, please.
Hello, everybody. Earl here in the Cathedral Cove, KJ6DQR. Weather's cooling off here. Like right now, it's 79.8. That's a lot better than it was a week ago. Hope everybody has a great week. And you gonna check in, Jim? And that's about here. Nothing new. Got a new email address, so I'll have to get that to everybody. And go ahead.
Hi everyone, this is Julie, AJ6FYY.
Okay, got your Earl and Julie. Thank you for your check-in. Let's see, where should we go next? What else I got? 1 second. We'll go check-ins for Santiago Peak.
This is Don, KE6BXT, live from Mission Viejo, California. And I missed the very beginning of that. Where's Roland? Is he not home yet?
Roland is in Pasadena near his mom. She's going to be having surgery tomorrow, and he wanted to be in the area. So right now the family went out to dinner.
Okay, and I'm also watching the W6ATN repeater, and they are mirroring us over there. So hello to all the Arizona folks watching us also. Back to net, KE6BXT.
And Gordo checking in, WB6NOA, and encourage all ATN members to tune in to Ham Nation. And this is the net.
Good to see you, Gordon.
Gordon, if you want to come on ATV when you're on Ham Nation, you can say hi to us that way.
Roger that. We'll make that happen. Also, this weekend is the 10 gigahertz megahertz and higher contest, part 2. I'll be up at Signal Peak, and I know several others are coming on up there. And I understand Mike is going to be prowling around, so this will be a fun weekend for Mike Way. WB6NOA, back to the ATN.
And Nuevo. Yeah, Mike gave me a call and wanted me to turn off the 434 links so we could get check-ins from Wilson. But that wouldn't work since the digital people are on 434s. So anyway, that's something else that has to be worked out. Nothing much new on this end. KA6 DPS.
And WB6ATN. We're checking engine net tonight. We're going to be heading towards Maryland tomorrow, and Washington, D.C. area. And so we'll be there for the next 10 days, so I won't be on net next week, but we'll be having a lot of fun. Going to spend some time at the Goddard Strike Light Center back there. And the Smithsonian's and a few other places there in Washington.
I'm over here in Riverside, 86 OMV, just checking in. Nice to see everybody checking in. Looks like we got some good video tonight. I'll turn it back to net control.
Thank you, Norm. Got you checked in. Anyone else for Santiago Peak?
Yeah, W6KVC up here on the mountain and watching everybody. So it takes a few seconds for the digital to come up and whatever. So good seeing you, Gordo, and everybody else. And that's about it, W6KVC.
Okay, Gary. Got you checked in. Anyone else for Santiago Peak? I'm checked in. And your net control. And the people we have on the chat room is Fish, W6NAF, Gary, AX7M, one guest, 453, K6LDK, Mike, KB6CJZ, Robbie, KB6NIZ, Ron Hill, KD7OIW, I think that's Peter, KE6DXP, Don Hill, VE3XTV, Grant in Canada, W6KJE, Bob, W8ARZ, Bob in Arizona, WA6EJO, Steve, WA6SDT, Mike, and myself. Are there any other check-ins for the Southern California ATN net?
Yeah, this is K6TVA, finally checking in. Signal's pretty bad tonight, but
Getting, doing what I can. See you later.
Okay, oops, I didn't get the call sign. Would you come back again?
Yes, K6 TBA to be announced.
I think I heard W6 PBA. Okay, let's see. What will be up next is the Don Wilbanks amateur radio newsline. Give me a second here on that one. And take it away, Don.
In their summer month of February. As stations in the Northern Hemisphere prepare for a rainy autumn and cold winter, we OMs down here in VK and ZL are looking forward to spring and summer. In summer, the largest meeting of radio hams in the Southern Hemisphere will take place on February 26, 2017 at the Wyong Racecourse on the central coast of New South Wales here in Australia. The Central Coast Amateur Radio Club will be holding its field day, known to hams in the Northern Hemisphere as a ham fest or radio rally. The CCRC, based just north of Sydney, has held those gatherings for 60 years as a way to raise money for the club. The club will mark its 60 years with a special call sign to be used later in 2017, but during the field day, using VK2WFD for Wyong Field Day seems special enough. So, to all those hams wanting to escape the cold months now arriving in the Northern Hemisphere, isn't February 2017 the best time to get away from that horrible winter weather and head down under to enjoy the Australian summer? The field day and the club itself are just a short hour's drive out of Sydney. And for those interested in SOTA, there's even a local drive-up summit with free electric barbecue facilities on top of it at Mount Elliot. What could be more Australian? Full details on the club and the Wyong Field Day can be found via the club's website, ccarc.org.au. But plan early, get in quick and book those cheap seats on the intercontinental flights and enjoy a well-earned break down in the land of koalas and kangaroos. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Graham Kemp, VK4BB, where the K in VK is for kangaroo.
Now let's get caught up on the world of radio scouting.
This week in radio scouting, we have 2 activations of the K2BSA call sign and other updates. Stephen Huey, AK4R, will be the control operator of the Portable 4 station at the Waihanassa Order of the Arrow Lodge Fall Fellowship in Lebanon, Tennessee, from Friday, September 16th through Sunday the 18th. Expect to hear them on the air mainly on Saturday during peak activity at the event. Tom Schuschler, N5HYP, will be the control operator for the Portable 5 station at the National Scouting Museum in Irving, Texas on Saturday, September 17th. They'll be active from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time on HF. This is in preparation for their big Jamboree on the Air event. Speaking of Jamboree on the Air, it will be the weekend of October 14th through the 16th. We ask that you take the time to register your event at the K2BSA website and submit your operating schedule. If you are looking to participate, it's not too late to contact your local district or council and help make amateur radio an experience for the youth in your area. For more information on K2BSA, JOTA resources, and radio scouting, please visit k2bsa.net. For Amateur Radio Newsline and the K2BSA Amateur Radio Association, this is Bill Stearns, NE4RD.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Jim Dameron, N8TMW, Graham Kemp, VK4BB, Bill Stearns, NE4RD, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.
Thank you, Don. Okay, now we're going to try and, oops, get the echo out. Let me set up here a second. And we'll see if the Arizona net can do check-ins tonight. So W6ARZ, take it away.
Wow, this thing's just not working tonight, was it, darn? That link coming this way is terrible.
You still there, Mark? Did you ever talk to Gary? How's he doing?
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything from him. Yeah, you hung in pretty good that time, Ron.
Welcome. So this is going to need a little more work. This has been the W6ATN network for the Tuesday night. We're going to need a little more work to get the Arizona net on next week. Roland will be back and there'll be no problems. So thank you everyone for checking in.
Yeah. So it sounds like a good time there. Yeah, I remember you telling me about the satellite thing and all that. So that ought to be pretty amazing. I think that's great. So be like an old reunion, I would imagine, eh?
And that's on the air now. And a very strong audio signal though. Okay, so this is Rod. I have the I have the Arizona input enabled, and I'm transmitting into it on 434. But what you're seeing through the stream is my local camera, not the RF. Because the camera has higher priority than the RF. Now I can change that too. I'll turn off the camera and I'll leave just the white tank feed on. My voice is garbled?
Yeah.
I hear it coming back fine.
Your voice is terrible. I can hardly understand it.
Is it too loud?
No, it wasn't. Well, maybe you turn it down a little bit.
Well, it's at a good level. Okay, I just moved to the other side of the room. Let me check the level here. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Peaking about -9, which is about 3 dB lower than it should be. But I'm on the other side of the room. Hang on a second. Okay, now. Yeah, that's because I'm getting some feedback from the room. I've got about 3 sources on in the room. So I can turn all of that down, but then I can't tell what's going on. Let me do that. I'll mute this. Okay, that's one feedback source. That might be the only feedback source you had. I'm not hearing...
It's better, but not gone.
Well, it takes a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to talk really hot now. WB9 KMO Mesa, Arizona. That's still not bad. It's about -6. So the level is okay, even when I'm only 6 inches from the mic. How does it sound now?
The volume is okay. There's still some feedback coming through.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't know where it would be. I am streaming to W6ATN Mesa. Let me see what that sounds like.
Hello, test. Hello, test.
Yeah, when you first start talking, it's okay, and then it gets garbled.
By garbled, you mean you start hearing feedback. How much delay is there on the feedback?
Well, the feedback is not understandable. It's just garbled.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, that doesn't help me much. Okay, let me try something different. Okay, I'm just going to send you a tone. Well, I was sending a tone at -6 dBm. Do you use vMix? Are you seeing it on your vMix mixer?
No, I'm watching you on W6ATN TV.
Oh, do you use vMix when you run the net?
I use vMix when I run the net.
Why don't you bring that up, and then you can look at your view meter and see what's going on.
I might go over to vMix.
Okay.
Okay, there's your picture.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. That should be about -6 level to -9 level, something like that. When you look at it at the mixer level, the audio level on vMix, that's telling the story because it's going out digital. So I'm not even going into the yellow here, so that means it's staying under -3, or maybe -6 I think is where it turns yellow. So the level is okay. And if you watch the level, you'll see if there's feedback. I'm going to clap my hands. I only saw one pulse.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Oh, I saw multiple that time, I think.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn EAT off. Okay.
Okay, I'm hearing you through the phone, but I don't have any other speakers on here. So I have no evidence of any feedback. I have a background noise level. There's a fan about 4 feet from the mic, on the back of the mic, but that level is down quite a ways. Let me take a peek. All right. Yeah, the background level is about -30, so there's about 10 dB of probably fan noise, motor noise in the room. That might be some of what you're hearing. When I listen to myself on my VATC stream, I don't hear the grunge that you're talking about.
Okay. Right there for a while, you were doing those pulses like we got when I was transmitting you over the air.
Okay.
In fact, they're still coming. And I see them on your audio level. I'm on vMix and it has the audio bar on the right-hand side.
Yeah, but what you're seeing is 36 dB down.
Those pulses?
Well, it's hard, a little hard. I'm not monitoring, so I can't tell what's voice and what's pulse. Okay,
Let me go to the audio studies. I think it's done at the normal speed at 12 dB. Maybe you turn it down. Nope. Oh, yeah, dogs are still there. I'm still getting what Mike called digital feedback. Doesn't matter what audio level I set you at.
What's the peak level on those pulses?
I don't have instrumentation to measure it.
Well, yeah, you do.
The yellow.
The view meter is calibrated. Okay. Look,
The view meter.
okay.
When it pulses, you know it's green and the yellow bar at the top?
Yeah.
It hits the yellow bar at the top on every pulse.
All right. Well, let's tune into this a little bit more. Okay. Notice in vMix on the right side, about 2/3 down on the screen, there's a little button called Audio Mixer. Do you see that little green button called Audio Mixer? On the right edge of the screen, 2/3 of the way down.
No.
Well, it's
I
there.
know where the audio mixer is. I found it. It's on the, I got audio mixer now.
Well, there's a little button, and then, so with Audio Mixer, you have vertical sliders for each of your inputs, and you have a master.
Yes.
Okay? And you have green bars and blue bars probably going up and down with people's voices. Okay?
The pulse I'm getting on your audio master is set for 12 dB.
Well, let me make it easier for you, okay? My input stream starts with a 1. So in your little mixers, you have one labeled RTSP, UDP, then in small characters, RTSP://1. You see that one?
No, mine is labeled.
Oh, I'm sorry. It would be a 9. It would be a 9 for you.
Yeah, 98.179.247.
Right. Now you see the little gear there?
Yeah.
Click on that gear to give you a real big view of my mixer.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay, the left column is before there's any processing, the right column is after any processing that you do, and the numbers along the right side are dB down from hard clipping at 0. Now look also at the bottom of the column. This gives you an instantaneous digital reading of what the value is, but if it changes a lot, the reading on the bottom doesn't change that fast.
I don't have any numbers on the right of the column.
Maybe you don't have the newest software update. Okay.
I thought I did. On the left of the column, I got general, EO, compression, and noise gate. And then in the center of the...
Okay, that's not the newest version, because there are 5 entries there. General, EQ, which is equalization, compressor, noise gate, and below that is channel mixer.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, I encourage you to go out and make sure you install the latest software version. I don't know that that's going to solve the problem, but it gives you some additional features. And the channel mixer is important because if your pre-level is too high and you don't have any other control over it, you can either turn down the master, but that affects everybody, or you can open up channel mixer and you can attenuate the audio going in so that you can have, say, your post will be 6 dB less than your pre.
Oh, okay.
And that's a very powerful tool because otherwise there's no way to turn the volume down. So I'm glad they answered the channel mixer. You can sort of do it with EQ, but that's all frequency control.
Right.
Okay, so Yeah, without that it makes it hard to read. But I'm trying to see, yeah, yellow is at -6. So when it transitions to yellow, then it's going above -6. My audio level right now is peaking about -6. I don't ever see it go into the yellow. So you're getting some clicks that I'm not getting. Anything above -6 that you see is not coming out of my encoder because I'm monitoring my encoder directly with vMix.
Okay.
So I don't know where those are coming from. That's, we'll have to try to figure out where that's coming from. The other thing I could do, I'm looking at my encoder directly on my internal network addresses. I'm not looking at it after my router. So what might be going on there with these clicks, yeah, I think I just explained it. There may be too many people tapping into my stream, and that may be causing some distortion that's looking like that high-level noise. And it's hard to tell how many people are looking at my stream. Right now, let me make sure I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, right now I only have vMix looking at my stream, so I only have one connection locally, and I need that so that I can drive my other stream. So, and you have one. So if there's somebody else out there that's looking at it, it's possible that we've got too many people for the bandwidth that's available. So I suspect that's what's causing that. It sounds like you're getting distortion and noise, but not feedback. It's not regenerative feedback. It may be a low-level echo at the most. And right now I don't have any acoustical feedback in the room at all. I'm on the other side of the room, so you get some room echo, just because I'm about 8 feet away. And I'll get closer, and that will mostly go away. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
Sounds okay, but I can't hear you on anything. Because I'm on phone 6.
On vMix. Okay.
It's red light. It goes over that, those pulses hit the red on every pulse.
Okay.
And when I bring up the audio mixer, I see it there too. And in the center of the audio mixer, there's an attenuator that I can cut it down, but that's just cutting your sound down.
Okay, what do you mean the center of the audio mixer? Do you mean the big mixer display?
On the big mixer display on your screen, the 98.179.247.
Right.
Well, the audio on the left-hand side of that is the green bars. The center is a slider, and then to the right of that is the gear, an S button, a double arrow button, a speaker, and at the bottom are the A, M, A, and B buttons.
Oh, I know where you're looking. Okay, that's the mini mixer. When you click on that gear, you get a maxi mixer that covers about a third of the screen.
Yes.
And if you...
That's the one that's missing the fifth item on the left-hand side.
Right, and then on the right-hand side of post, right down the edge of the post bar, should be -3, -1, -3, -6, -9, -12, all the way to the bottom where it should say DBFS. But you don't have it.
I don't have any of that.
Okay, I think if you upgrade your software, you'll get that, and it makes it a lot easier to talk about levels. But The levels are okay except for the whatever noise that you're getting from somewhere, and I don't have any control over that. All I can say is it's not happening in my shack.
Okay.
So it must have something to do with the internet bandwidth. That's my best guess. Okay, so let's see. Looks like Don is on live now, right? Don's talking level has been pretty high. I didn't monitor it tonight. So, so right now we've got, maybe I can demonstrate, I want to demonstrate a couple other things here. Bear with me. I'm sorry, we'll have to think about that noise that you're getting. Okay, so right now, I'm going in on my camera feed. That's input 1 on my repeater, and that's the highest priority. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so input 1 goes off, and then you see input 3, which is the output of white tank. Well, actually, no, you see input 2, which is the output of Mesa. So this is my local signal, and I've got a lot of interference because I've got a lot of, what do you call it, when things bounce off buildings. Not feedback, ghosting. I have a lot of ghosting going on, otherwise I'm D5. My level looks like it's off a little bit too. So that's input 2, I'll turn that off. Okay, and now you see input 3, this is worse. Now this is my signal. Can you still hear me okay? I've got another incoming call.
I hear you on the phone. I don't hear you on the computer.
Yeah, that's okay. My signal is so bad on the computer now, you won't hear me. It's only about P2 to P. And that's because I'm transmitting 434 into White Tank 55 miles away and receiving it back with my repeater and putting it on my repeater into my controller and then streaming that out to you. So you're looking at my 434 signal received by White Tank, retransmitted by White Tank, received by Mesa repeater, and then sent out to stream. And it's not very good. I'm working on it. There's some interference in there. You can see the vertical bars. It's not just my signal. There's some interference. So I'm going to try to boost my power, but I'm also putting in a 2.4 gig transmitter. So this is White Tank. Now watch. I'll drop my video.